So welcome to another unboxing by theplayersaid.com. This time we have Richard III, The Wars of the Roses. And this is by a company called Columbia Games. And this particular game was designed by Tom Dalglish and Jerry Taylor. And we actually had the pleasure of meeting Tom and his son Grant at Gen Con. And they were really good guys, and they told us a lot about this game. And we bought it, and so here we're going to crack this open. This is my first game of this period. And this is also my first block game, so there's a lot of firsts going on here. So this box comes in this is a card sleeve with the neat artwork on it. It's got the map on the back and some of the pieces and bits and information on the back. Columbia Games, and this is just a cardboard. This is like a thick, something you get an Amazon box in almost. Okay. So immediately we have all of the blocks. And we have white and red, the colors of the roses. And that's York and Lancaster. There's also, let me open this guy. In here we have, a couple of dice in here. We also have black blocks, which represent hired mercenaries, I believe. And those in the game are a bit less reliable. We have a deck of cards. Richard III on the back of them. And then on the front, pretty simplistic. They have great artwork on them. Not too cluttered, which I enjoy that. You don't have to like squint to read the cards. So we have a deck of cards there as well. We have the map. Okay, let me get this box out of the way. This map, it is a card map. That folds out, if I can get it done. There we go. And this has most of Great Britain on it. For those of you who are interested, this is my hometown of Southampton here. So the map is broken up into counties, which are the areas of the board, and each of those has a various house symbol on them. And those houses correspond. This is the sheet of stickers that we're going to put on the blocks, and they're going to go on one side of the block only, so that the other side is a fog of war and you can't see it if you're the opponent. So if you have the House of Buckingham here, that can be found down here in Kent, as well as in Warwick and Glamorgan, and those correspond to the areas in which you could recruit this unit, for example. And there's a bunch of those that correspond to all the areas on the board, and what they said was that the recruitment aspect, because you can only recruit in those areas, if those are the ones that you have available to be able to recruit, it creates these stories within the game of, well, this particular county becomes significantly more important because I have to get there to get these other units out on the board, as well as the main objectives of the game. And the game comes with 3 campaigns, all of which are included in this fairly small, this is only 8 pages, rulebook, and then the playtime for each campaign is about 45 minutes if you know what you're doing. So you could play one campaign and call it good and have a 45-minute war game, which is actually very refreshing and very nice. Or you can play all 3 campaigns, which sees the whole course of the Wars of the Roses, and you've got yourself 2 hours worth of gaming, 2.5 hours, but it's a very manageable, very playable game, which, the length of games is something that detracts some people from getting into these war games. And this is something that I'm actually very excited to have, something that, I've got this middling amount of time, I can crack out this war game and have that, good tactical war game feel without having the drag of needing 18 hours to play it. Also included in the box, though, we have a couple of these pamphlets advertising some of the other games that Columbia Games makes. And gosh, I was looking at these at Gen Con all on their shelves, and I was like, I need to buy them all. Some of these look so good. And that's everything that comes in Richard III. There's not an overly abundant amount of pieces, but those pieces are very high quality I'm going to bring these stickers out again so that you can see them. These are great. There's great detailing on them, and just the artwork of these different houses is beautiful. And you'll have the different strengths of the sides of the cubes. And that's what's going to determine your strength in battle. And the blocks themselves are great quality. So this is one that we're going to crack out soon and get this one to the table and get it played. Because we can do so, because it's very short as far as war games go. So thank you very much for watching, and thanks to the guys at Columbia Games for this one.